This is Walking Tally and the other guy, and today we're going to show you how to take apart an iPod the professional way.
Okay, first thing you'll want to do when you're repairing an iPod is sanitize your hands with an egg. This is to keep all the grease and grime that's on your hand out of the iPad, or pod, I mean. After you prep your hands, next is to get the screen off. Gonna have to kind of tenderize it a little in a sense. Kind of peel at it because it's not held together by screws. It's kind of pressed together. And I must warn you all, we are professionals. We know the proper way to do this. Gonna have to seem like you're kind of breaking it, but you're actually not. Kind of wedge the tools in there. Yeah. Once you see the white of the screen sole, in a sense, that's when you know it's off. Now you begin taking off the layers of the screen. It's similar to an onion with its complicated layers that you really gotta peel off to get the meaty, greedy bit of it. Yeah. That's the screen edge. That one's pretty well put on, so don't be afraid to use force. On this next part got tiny screws in it. Now we are removing the screws that hold the metal frame together inside of it. After you remove all the screws, you gotta kind of wedge out the metal frame. This can be quite challenging, so don't be afraid if it takes a couple tries, and you gotta do it pretty hard. Behind the frame is the circuitry that brings it to life. Now you have to be very gentle removing the battery. I repeat, do not force it because this can be pretty combustible and explosive and painful. Pretend like you're holding someone else's baby. There. Then you just gotta snip this brown thread. After you got everything all taken apart, now you gotta put it back. It is best to use molasses as a solvent of sorts to help put it back together because it's gonna be kind of loose. You pour a first layer on the back, then you put the battery back along with the metal frame that's in front of it. You pour some more molasses on this, kind of relayering the onion in a way. You're gonna have to use a pretty good amount because you want it all back together. Silly us, almost forgot to add more molasses. Then you press the screen back on. Gonna want to put some tape around it to help it settle, keep it all together, because if it shifts around too much, it's not gonna work, so take note of this part.
After you let the molasses settle for a few hours, you should have a phone just as new, almost like you never even opened it. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe.